All right, so in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how I got a free heated steering wheel in my truck. That way you have all the information, and if your truck qualifies, you can go ahead and move forward with the process. So what I'll do is I'll walk through the program that I use to get this heated steering wheel. I'll walk through the process, and then afterwards I'll pull the camera off there and I'll walk you through what's changed in my vehicle now that I have the heated steering wheel. So as far as how I got the heated steering wheel, there is a program that was released back in 2023 by Ford called the Heated Steering Wheel Performance Upgrade. It's code 22G06. I will leave a link to this document down in the description below. Essentially, what this program does is it acknowledges that in 2023, certain build date trucks, so F-150s that were built at certain plants, were lacking heated steering wheels despite the fact that they were supposed to come with it. A lot of us saw this as a credit on our sticker that said, hey, heated steering wheel removal, $140, $145, I forget what it was. But essentially, this program targets going back after those trucks and trying to re-implement the heated steering wheel and install the infrastructure so you have it, which is awesome. So a couple qualifications for it. So first and foremost, your truck needs to be a model year 2023. So my Raptor is a 2023 Raptor, qualifies there. Second qualification, it needed to have been built at certain plants. So the Dearborn plant, or the Kansas City plant, or the Rogue plant. So Dearborn truck plant, Kansas City plant, and Rogue plant. So there's 3 plants where if your truck was built at those, it's a model year 2023, it might qualify. The last qualification is there's build dates. So if your truck was built between a certain date or between 2 certain dates, it would qualify for the program as well. So September 22nd, 2022, and then the last date to qualify is March 29th, 2023. So if your truck was built between then, it would qualify for the program. My truck was built in February 2023. I called the dealership. They verified everything, good to go. So anyway, if your truck meets those qualifications, my understanding is those trucks would qualify for the program. Now, I'll walk you through how I went about it because it was a little bit different than just saying, hey, yep, my truck did. It shows up, they run my VIN, and everything's good to go. So the way I did the process is I called the dealership, and I said, hey, I identified this program. I'm interested in seeing if my truck qualifies for it. I said, hey, the program says you need a build date of this. You need to have been built at this plant. When I called them, I gave them my VIN number, and they verified everything. They said, yeah, everything in the system looks good, but it's not showing up on your OASIS report. And my understanding of the OASIS report, it's basically all of the recalls and programs like this that your truck would qualify, and it's based off of your VIN number. They verified verbally that my truck would qualify for it because based on these specs, it says my truck meets all the boxes. It checks the box on all these. So what my dealership did is they called Ford and they had Ford add my VIN number or add this program to my OASIS report. That way the dealership could process it, which means they could go out and order the equipment and then perform all the work, all of it free of charge for me. So what I would recommend if you're going to go through this program, first thing I would do is verify your truck meets it based on these criteria. So the build date, where it was built, and then the model year. So if you meet those 3 qualifications, then I would ask your dealership, can you verify if my truck meets the 22G06 qualifications? If it's not on your OASIS report, I would ask your dealership to call Ford and see if they can have it added. They added mine. It wasn't on my OASIS report. They added it. There was no issues. It took about a week. And now I have a heated steering wheel and the button and everything to do it. So again, I'm not promising anything here. I'm just making sure I give you the right information that says, hey, if your truck meets these qualifications, you more than likely qualify for a heated steering wheel install in your truck. My truck did come with, on the sticker, it said heated steering wheel removal. So it came with that credit. So even though I had the credit, my truck still qualified. So I know a lot of people in the forums are saying, oh, if you got the credit, you're not going to qualify. Maybe that's why my truck wasn't showing, or maybe that's why it didn't show up on my OASIS report. But I still have the heated steering wheel. It all worked out. If you go through that process the way I did it, so basically verify that these things meet first, and then verify that your truck qualifies for the program, I think you should be A-okay. So let me get the camera off here, and I will show you what all changed in the truck after the install. That way you have an idea of what to expect here. But again, find a really good dealership. Work with the service manager, and then go through that process. Just say, hey, can you verify my build date and the build plant? From there, then verify that you qualify for the program. And if you don't, if it's not showing up in your OASIS report, just kindly ask them to see if Ford will add it to your report so that then you can qualify and move forward with it. But let's take a look real quick at what changed in the vehicle after I got it back, and then hopefully you can get a heated steering wheel out of this one. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the information out there so you all can get in line and get your steering wheels that you're rightfully entitled to with your truck. All right, so after the heated steering wheel installation, there was two things that were noticeably different. One, I got a new clock spring. I could tell because this one's a lot stiffer, but I think that's part of the installation is the clock spring gets swapped out. You obviously get a new wheel nut because every time the dealership's going to take your steering wheel off, they're going to replace that nut. And then the last thing you get is new control panel for your HVAC controls. And the reason you need a new one is a lot of us who had the heated steering wheel delete did not have the heated steering wheel button here. I believe the harness and everything is already installed, so this is the only thing that's changed. Then your clock springs changed, I believe, and then the programming is done in the vehicle. So all of that is covered in one of the pages in the manual, or in this service record, or in this program overview. So it basically says you get a new steering control module, which I believe is the clock spring. You get a new steering wheel bolt, and then you get a new HVAC control module. Again, that HVAC control module gives you that mechanical button for the heated steering wheel. I still have the same steering wheel, so that doesn't get swapped out. So all this stuff is already there. It's just the mechanical control here, clock spring here, and then some programming on the back end inside the vehicle. Run forward with this program. We spent a lot of money on these trucks. We are entitled to getting all the parts that they're promising us. But just be patient with the process. Again, it's summer and for a lot of us, but for those of us in northern US, heated steering wheels are awesome. It's nice to have them. So if you can get one, by all means, I say move forward with it. With that said, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this helps you out. Leave any questions or comments you got down in the comments below. Check out the description for more information. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to bring more content like this to you all. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.